And y'all are
I'm
on.
not touching my cards. Not right now.
Yep.
Time to push the blue button?
I already did.
Oh,
Wait, what
she
happened?
snuck that one in on me. No watchers yet, but that's all right.
Good.
I get to edit that part out.
It's me.
You snuck on me, didn't you?
Well, I bet you were watching because you were looking at
No.
it, so I made sure you were.
Casey's watching.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Isn't that nice? Casey's
One
watching.
person.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Where's my phone?
We usually have to wait
You want my
5 minutes before.
Ooh, Jessica's here.
Hi, Jessica. Jessica's here. Casey's here. Somebody else is here. I don't know who they are.
Go get my phone.
Where is it?
Go look for it.
Oh my god. He grabbed it from.
Oh, found it.
Oh, this is funny.
You may have noticed, guys, that we are not in our usual. Yeah, we are not in our usual location, and this is not Della. This is Sarah.
Stacy.
Stacy. This is Stacy, Sarah.
Did you see the pug sweater?
What pug sweater are we talking about?
She had on Facebook. She wore an ugly sweater, and it was a pug with presents on his back.
Della probably saw it. I'm not that into ugly Christmas sweaters. Sorry. Oh, geez, we're down to 2. Who dropped out?
Watch this be the one night we're gonna be like super.
So tonight, Sarah. Why is it I cannot remember your name?
Because whenever we do anything spiritual, I turn into Stacy to you because of Casey and I become one, and it throws you every
It
time.
does. It throws me every time.
That's fine.
Is going to be reading with me this evening. It's her first time, so be nice to her.
Reading for the public.
Reading for the public. Have you ever done a reading for me? A whole
Yes.
reading? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I usually do it for the kids. More than
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I've done a full reading for you.
Yes, you have.
I've done it like 3 or 4 times.
Tristan has not done a reading for me, though.
He hasn't. He hasn't
I've
practiced.
messed with them a little bit. I haven't done a lot though. I'm done.
You know what?
I should do a lot more with them, but
You don't have to.
I haven't.
They were just, I wonder if we're frozen. Are we frozen?
Nope, y'all are.
Okay.
Yeah, why?
We'll give it a few more minutes.
I know Birdie said yay, so she, I know Birdie will probably be watching, but right now,
Oh,
Yeah,
they even
too.
got Kindle her. Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
see
you
that.
know, I can go on there and be like, we're live.
Turn
For that
the-
whole group.
Oh, why that face away from you?
no, face it a lot more towards your mother. There we go. There we go. Hello.
You guys
She was
are
practically in the dark.
I know. It's so far behind. It's still shown when you were mentioning.
Oh.
It's so far behind.
There's about a 10-second delay. Hello, Christine. I see you peeking in there. It's about a 10-second delay. What did you do to the dog or cat?
I wonder people you normally have watching.
That was probably ice dropping
Yes.
from the new fridge. So tell me in one word, how is everybody this evening? I am wonderful. How is Sarah?
I am well.
You are well. Just
I
well?
am very well.
You're very well. Okay. And you are?
Mom, it scares me. I see
Hungry.
you looking
You're
up
hungry.
there, and I feel like you're looking straight at me.
Hi, Mary Pat. How are you in one word?
Great.
Awesome. So we don't have just Sarah. Christine is very warm. I know I wore a sweater and long pants. Kaci, who is now acting as our secretary this evening, said she's hungry because she's now eating yet another. Christine gave her a bad habit. And Tristan is also here. You want to stick your heads in and say hello?
My kids. I'm sorry. You gotta stick your head way in.
This is Kaci. Come back here. Come back here. Mrs. Kaci, our secretary for the evening. This is, you got to move in a little bit more than that. And that's Tristan, our audience tonight. Mary Pat would like to have a reading, please.
Yep.
So things are starting off a little slow tonight. Sorry about that, but it's just the way it works. Everybody's probably out doing Christmassy kind of stuff. Yes, Christine, you did. She's making and eating bread. But then again, she's also at the age where she can burn off all of her calories to where the starches stay with me forever.
Ditto. And it's sad when you have a 17-year-old that makes bread after bread, an amazing bread, and
Yeah.
more bread and more bread, and then you're expected to not necessarily eat it. It doesn't work.
Oh, you know what? Wait, Birdie wants a reading. Do you know what we need to do between you and Christine, Kaci? Have a challah making contest.
I don't know if she's made it before. I've never. So.
Doesn't matter.
A what?
Oh,
Mary Pat would like to know, is there anyone there for her tonight?
Tomorrow
is her birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Mary
happy
Pat.
birthday.
Do you get stuck with those one present for two occasions?
My mom's birthday is tomorrow too, so yeah, it was, she always got the one present until I came along.
I was reading.
Oh, Christine says she's game. Birdie, Della is on vacation visiting her youngest son in Wyoming for the next week. And then she's flying to Iowa to be with the oldest son for a week.
So I'm stepping in.
So you're stepping in for a couple of weeks. That makes me happy.
Me too.
And so Sarah decided to feed me this evening. And oh, hi, Angie. How are you? Angie would like, you got it. Okay. If, by the way, we have brain. Oh God, look at my hair. I was driving down the road with Aerosmith blasting in the background with all the windows down.
Getting psyched. For
Getting
tonight.
psyched, yes. Did you get Angie? If we don't get to you, or I don't call out your name, or you don't hear your name being called, it is strictly because we missed you. Oh wow, well happy birthday, Angie. Your birthday was on the 15th.
Happy birthday.
This is a good month for birthdays, apparently.
Well, let's see, 9 months ago would have been March. I was trying to figure out why everybody was so...
Spring thaw. So what we do is the first half of the show, we read tarot cards. 3 cards from me, 3 cards for her. And then the second half, we will be trying to reach your loved ones on the other side. No guarantees. Okay. So,
I want to talk about my cards real quick. Just because I haven't seen them.
Yes, you do.
So, Edith Mary does normal, regular tarot. Hers are
Mostly.
kitties. Mostly. Della, you guys are used to doing her gypsy. And these are sort of a myriad of the two. Get way up close. So, they follow the regular tarot. Okay, sorry. But they're their own unique sets. So I'm not going to have wands and cups. I'm going to have spells and boons and stuff like that. So same concept, they just have to be translated slightly differently. So
that's okay.
they've got beautiful, beautiful pictures on them. So they speak to me, and that's all.
Did you get Birdie for on the other side?
Yep, she said she wanted to.
Okay, cool. Like I said, there are no guarantees because the 3.
So these cards actually are a European deck, and they come off a lot of the Grimm sisters
Brothers.
stories, or Grimm Brothers stories.
Oh, Grimm
So-
Sisters would be good. Wouldn't it?
So yeah, there's some 3 bears, there's some a few others in there. So that's where it comes from. They all have sort
Works.
of a backstory.
Okay, so who's first?
Alrighty, first is Mary Pat.
Mary Pat, for you, the first card I have for you is the Fool. The Fool. I have a sprained shoulder. Sorry. The Fool is all about, they're making plans for that new life. There's new possibilities, new connections with spirit. There's stepping out in faith, but you have to make plans for what you're going to do once you step off that cliff. Then there is the Empress. The Empress is all about it's what happens when you're like looking at 6 different things at the same time. The Empress is all about standing in your power and your authority. It's all about nurturing, knowing that no matter what you do, Mary Pat, you will always be taken care of. And then we have the last one for me is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about things are changing. They're changing for the better for a great number of people.
Yes, they are. Yes, it is. Lots of change.
I haven't
We are
even
not
told
done
you
with the
about.
change.
No, we're not done with the change. But I've not even told you about the good luck I had today, yet,
Well, let me get through.
which is not suitable for air.
Oh.
I had wonderful luck today and prosperity today.
Mary Pat, right?
Mary Pat.
Okay, Mary Pat. This is the suspension card, which for a regular tarot deck is the Hanged Man. So they're wanting you to look at things a little bit different. Think outside the box, so to speak. Then we have the Eight of Boons, which is more about you know how to do what you need to do. You have the ability. You just need to take your time and be very methodical. If you see her, she's actually spinning some yarn. If you've ever tried to spin yarn, you know it's a slow, methodical process. So don't jump to things. You know what you need to do. You can do it. Just take your time. While you're doing that, this is the Two of Challenges. So as you're going through, you need to, again, slow down, look at yourself in the mirror, make sure that you're on the path that you should be on. So that's what.
I hope that makes sense for you.
Yes.
Alrighty, next is Birdie.
Birdie. Birdie is one of my oldest friends from back in the days when I lived in Mount Airy.
Where's Mount Airy?
4 miles south of Keene, Virginia. It's Mount Airy, North Carolina, north central North Carolina. Beautiful. It's the home of Andy Griffith. Didn't you know that?
I had no idea. I have a lot of useless information in my head now.
That was not one of it. Okay. Sorry, we got this super windblown hair. All right. Birdie. Birdie, we have for you the King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about the transformation. It's about rising above all that stuff that doesn't serve you, cutting it away, and making sure that you're staying true to yourself. Wow, okay. So now we have the King of Cups. King of Cups is the same thing. The King of Cups is very much about keeping your emotions in check. Oh, thanks, Birdie. So it's about keeping your emotions in check, making sure that you stay on the adult side of life and arguments. And then we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is about joy and happiness, ultimately the joy and happiness and prosperity and emotional satisfaction. But it's also the end of one phase, but as we all know, when one door closes, another one opens. So while it's the end of one phase, it's the beginning of another.
Okay, cool. All right, Birdie. This is the Liar, also known as the Devil for other tarot decks. So someone's around, someone that does not have your best interest at heart, so beware. Keep an eye out. This is the Keeper of Challenges. This lets us know that your spirit guides are around, but they're sitting back and just sort of watching. And the reason they're watching is because you have the Weaver of Spells, which is the lady you know and you are good to go in your own right. So watch out for the Liar, and you have the ability to take care, see through that person, him or her, and take care of what you need.
Is it getting warmer in here?
Hot in here.
Yeah.
I got the AC at 70 and it just got really hot.
Okay. No, Lucy, you're right on time, as always. Do you? We're going to put you down for a reading and for someone on the other side. Who was next?
Jessica.
Jessica. Jessica, you also have the Empress. The Empress is about making sure you nurture yourself and others. Making sure you use that considerable... making sure you use that considerable... What is it you have considerable of? Generosity, a sense of protection for yourself first and then for others. And then we have the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is all about, you've probably entered into a whole new financial abundant period to where at least you can, not just take care of yourself, but others as well. And then we have the 10 of Coins, which is the, sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus a little bit better. Is the ending of one phase, the beginning of another, but it's doing it in an abundant way. It's doing it with an abundance of the heart. It's doing it with an abundance of money. It's doing it with going into that new phase of your life with your crown chakra fully open and knowing where you're headed, but doing it in faith. I'm seeing you, your crown chakra is like fully open. So making sure you stay connected with spirit. Because right now you have, now you have an abundant connection with spirit. They're probably talking to you a lot more than you realize. And so start listening, actively listening. Yes, Billy, we do have a guest reader tonight. We have Sarah. This is the person we always talk about, the person we go kayaking with, and the person who's usually the secretary. But while Della is on vacation, I made her stand in. Okay.
Okay, so I got Jessica. Okay, Jessica. This is called the Black Chef. It's also the Death card, not meaning you're going to die, meaning more like there's some massive change coming your way. This card, when I first saw it, long story, but this card scared the death out of me. I actually had to sit with this card and make peace with him. Now I like it. So,
death is always a good thing.
Yes. So there's changes coming your way, but the middle.
Okay. Simply because I don't want you covering up your face.
I can totally cover my face. No,
you can't.
Okay, the next one is the Council of Animals. This is actually about your spirit guides. So when you were talking about that, this card had already been pulled. So yes, listen to your spirit guides. They're not always going to tell you the happy, pretty things, but listen to them. When they tell you, sometimes they're a little strong-willed, and they tell you exactly, they talk like I talk. Jessica's my friend. She understands that. They're going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you're going to want to hear. And the other one is the Keeper of Spells. So if you notice this guy right here, he's making his own magic. Everything he needs is within his hands, and he can just plow through it. So the changes that are coming, listen to your spirit guides. You've got the energy. You know how to do it. You can do it. So,
Lucy, Della is on vacation in Wyoming and Iowa visiting her kids. So we have Sarah. We talk to Sarah about you all the time, Lucy.
yes.
So I feel like you guys probably already know each other from some lifetime, if not this one. Who's next?
Christine.
Christine.
Jessica's like,
Hello, Lucy. I've heard wonderful things about you from...
Yeah. Lucy is one of the finest people I know. And she's also, she puts us to shame. Talent-wise, believe it or not.
No, I...
Who's this one? Christine. Squirrel. Christine, we have for you the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is all about transformation, about going from one phase to another. It's about standing in your authority to even go to another phase. It's like no one has to give you permission. Wow, they are coming up fast and furious tonight. Queen of Wands. Okay, the Queen of Wands is also about transformation, because you take those sunflowers, they start out as seeds and they grow to these big giant sunflowers. It's also about using your creativity in a way that you're like forming, almost like you're forming dough and it becomes something else. That's your life. You can do that with your life too. And then we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is all about, it's done, it's over, don't worry about it, you lost, move on. I don't know what you lost, but you lost it.
Okay, Christine, the first one we have is the Three of Boons. And if you look at it, see, you've got the crow, you've got the lady mixing, you got the other lady in the back. So what this is about is a lot of times it takes a tribe to get something done. Don't just assume because you play a small part that it's not an important part. So it takes everybody coming together. So there's something going on and you're a vital part of it. So don't discount yourself. There's a lot going on and you're a vital part of it. The next one is the Enchanter, which is part of that vital part. So you can look, you know what's going on, you can see past, present, and future, and that comes in very handy. So keep looking towards that. And the last one is the Huntsman. This is about being fair, taking care of those around you. If you look, he's got both his bow, but while he has his bow, he's also petting the deer. So it's the yin and yang, the good and the bad. There is going to be death to promote life, but it's more about justice. So keep an eye on what's going on around you, and make sure that you stick with your truth and what is true, and don't go fibbing or lying. Not that that's anything you do, but this one's all about justice and getting what you deserve and making sure it's a truth.
Who's next?
Angie?
Angie. I'm sorry, I did not mean to draw on your tablecloth.
That's okay.
Sorry, that's something to get back to later.
Okay.
Angie, thank you for watching. I think this is the first time we've had you on. Oh, thanks, Ed. Yes, I miss Mom too. Tomorrow is her birthday. She would be Miss 96 if she was still alive. She'd be 96. Did your feet get cold? Do my feet get cold?
Did your feet just get cold?
Yes, it's cool under the table and hotter than hell up here.
There's some playing underneath the table
It's
with
all
our feet.
cold right here. It's just cold.
Yeah, it's not cold over here.
Freeze.
But it is quite cold. There's something.
Yes,
running around
Ed,
under the
please
table.
do call me tomorrow.
I'm tempted to go get
That was chakra me. Okay, Birdie, we will put down, chakra for Birdie.
Chakra.
Chakra. Birdie wants to know what chakras are. And Angie's dad passed last Christmas. So, Angie, your first 3 cards is, you also have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about using your creativity to its max. It's about being able to create like someone who takes blobs of paint and makes a masterpiece. That's kind of the way your life is. Then we have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is about standing your ground. Spirit's got your back. God's always got your back, but you still have to stand your ground. You still have to guard the gate, so to speak. And then we have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is about joy and happiness and the end of one phase, the beginning of another. So is there another grandchild in the offing for you, Angie? I'm thinking.
Babies are always fun when they're not yours.
Yes, they are. Angie, by the way, lives all the way over in Shamrock, wherever that is.
Shamrock, Texas?
Uh-huh. At least that's what I think I remember Angie saying. Because we used to talk a bit.
Oh, cool. Okay, Angie, your first card is the Eight of Visions. This is a really cool card. If you look, it's more about sort of being lost. Sometimes it's about depression, just not knowing which way to go, where to go. So you're not even sticking to a path. You're just sort of wondering, where do I go? What should I do? And this is saying that you need to sit back and think, because if you need to pay attention because you're about to get lost if you don't pay attention. The other one is the Forge. So if you look at this one, there's going to be a lot of work coming your way, but with work comes good things. So there's the hot and the cold, and what comes out of anytime you do a forge is steel. So you're going to go through some changes, but it's going to be good, and you're going to come out much stronger on the other end.
Should also be about creating, right?
It can be, yes,
Yeah,
because if
okay.
you're forging things, you're creating new.
Just taking nothing and making something out of it. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I didn't
No,
mean
no,
to
no.
interrupt, but I was like,
That's right.
Ooh, okay.
No, that's good. Because this one is the Weaver of Boon. So if you look at her, when all is said and done, she's happy and content. She's got a house, she's got pots and flowers, and she's smiling. She got through it all, and she's got. Say what? Sorry. She's going to end up with everything you need. So keep an eye on your path. Don't get lost. It's going to be a little more difficult, but at the end, you're going to build some great things, and you'll be a happy camper. So, next.
I hope that makes sense, Angie.
I always hope it makes sense because I haven't.
I have not a clue half the time. No, I said that card reminds me of you with little house pots and flowers and herbs and all that.
Yes.
I'd probably kill everything I grow though.
Yes, Christine, I have lots of squirrels tonight, but the energy in the house. Oh, good, Angie.
It's a new energy.
It's a new energy to me, and I'm not quite feeling it out. It's weird around the feet, and it's weird around the head. And it's fun, good energy, but it's different. So that's why I have lots of squirrels tonight. Plus, Casey's taking notes, and I'm trying to pay attention to too many things at one time. Sorry. So that I don't trust you. That's not it.
It's just a distraction.
In some ways, yes, but you're doing a better job than I do. So. You are keeping track of it. I tend to lose. So who's next?
John Paul.
John. John lives here in San Antonio. He should have been kayaking by now.
Yes. Everybody in San Antonio should be kayaking.
Exactly. Miss Sarah brings it. Yes. She does bring a lot of energy, a lot of good energy. John, for you we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is, you see, I'm looking at these backwards. I don't get a chance to really do that. The Five of Cups is about, you've had some losses, but they don't have to define who you are. You can, you can take your losses and turn them into something good because you've got lots of good left. It's not just losses. But it's also, when you're looking at those losses, you have to say, okay, that's just one thing. What do I have to work with? What do I have left? And there's always something left that is a gain, that is something to remember that you do have that is precious. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry, John, I'm getting flashes of inspiration. And they're telling me to move on regardless of what I see. What I see
You're not supposed to see that.
is the Death card. The Death card is about transformation. The Death card, that was a text notification. The Death card is about transformation from one state to another. It is not about dying. It is about being different tomorrow than you were today, but this on a more dramatic level. And then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is happy childhoods. remembering the past. You're welcome, Angie. Anytime you want to, just give me a shout out on Facebook. We can get together and talk. So, John, this is also about nurturing the young souls, nurturing the old souls, nurturing people so that the family doesn't drift apart. Because I'm getting the sense that your family is transforming in a what could be conceived, and I'm not talking just you, your wife, and your son. I'm talking the family in general is about to go through some major losses, but you have to remember that you still have each other.
Okay. John, the first card I have is the Eight of Spells. This one is about messages. You're going to get some news, some message coming your way, and it's going to come hot, fast, and furious. If you think about when owls fly, you don't see it coming, but they come in hot and fast.
Yes, they do.
And that's what this is about. So it's all about bringing messages and information, news. It's going to come hot and fast. The news that's coming might throw you for a loop. If you look, this is, again, it's the Eight of Visions, so it could throw you off your path. It might confuse you a little bit, but this is the card of Starlight. What this says is stick with your gut, which you're that feeling deep down inside when you get the news, go with that feeling. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. So sort of let reason go, the normal reason for something, let it go and follow what your gut tells you. I too hope that makes sense. So,
Who's next?
Lucy Valdez.
Lucy. I love Lucy. We have to go, I'll get together at some point. Lucy, would you like to go kayaking, sweetheart? I'm trying to get together a group of women who would like to go kayaking one morning so that we have a private party and we have our guide here who, with enough money, we can be bribing her into guiding us down the river. Sorry. How much do you charge per person?
Don't worry about that. Well, I also, for certain people, I do trade. Do I not? I've traded.
Yes, you have.
I bargain and trade with...
I've not had to pay you anything yet. But I'm also trying... Do we now have
That's
Lucy?
for friends and family.
Yes, we have
So.
Lucy, and we have Joyce, and we have
You and
me, maybe Della, if we can get her,
It's not. It's like Daryl. Kayaking's not for everybody. It doesn't mean they're a bad person.
No, that doesn't. No,
It doesn't.
no.
Some people love
So-
it, like I do.
I obviously do because I'm now planning to buy a truck as a kayak accessory. So if you want to go kayaking, let me know, and I'll get a group together one morning, and she'll be our guide. And she will wear her rescue vest, so if anybody tries to drown, she'll save them.
There's no drowning in the San Antonio River. You stand up.
Stand up! Yeah. You don't need to balance, Lucy. The water will take care of it. Trust me.
The kayaks, the what? It's all yin yang. It's good.
So have we done Lucy yet, or am I still just yammering?
We haven't done her yet.
You haven't done her yet. Okay, thank you. Lucy. Aha, see? The Three of Cups, which is about party time. Yes, I know, Lucy, so do I. But this is about celebrating with your friends, celebrating the small, I got a promotion, I got a raise, I got a new boyfriend, but you're celebrating with your girlfriends at that point. Then we have the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins is about a woman of means. That's not necessarily monetarily, but you can take care of yourself because you take care of a lot of people. I know you do because I can see it. Then we have the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins says, you've made your plans, now it's time to get them in motion. You don't have to go very fast, but you do have to go. You do have to work your plan.
So, Lucy, before I read your cards, so when you say you can't balance and you have walking problems, well, so does Edith Mary. The interesting thing about kayaking is we use very wide, stable boats that are sit on top, so they're easier to get in and out of. And those that have mobility problems often find kayaking as freedom.
Yes, very much so.
So,
Yes.
and I actually, along with all the other certifications I have, and one of them is how to work adaptive paddling. So to make whatever you need so that you can get in and out and have a good time on the water. So anyway, back to card reading. The first card I have for you is the Three of Spells. This is one of my favorite cards. I love it. This is more about business. So what ideas you have in the way of business, put them out there. Spirit's got them. They know what you want to do. Just focus and meditate on it. And Spirit's got your back. Let them go. They will come to fruition. The next card we have for you is the Child of Visions. If you look at her, if you remember back when you were a kid, you had that endless amount of optimism. That's what this card is. To use that optimism. See the brighter side of things. Enjoy seeing things in a new way. So that's what that one. And then the last one is the Ten of Visions. If you look at this one, this is about family. You're good to go. You see the unicorns. You rarely see unicorns, but they're there. The baby's there. Everybody's taken care of, and it's a moment of peace. So enjoy what you've got. Enjoy it as a child. Look around you, and it'll all be good.
All this.
Next.
I feel like I have staff tonight.
You've got people sitting around.
Exactly. All right, who's next?
Billy Rice.
Billy. Billy is Della's brother, by the way.
Oh, cool.
So, Billy, we have for you, we also have celebrations. We have, take those time. I know it's Christmas time. We're all celebrating, but this is like the small friends group. Make sure you celebrate your friends, because it's not often that you can just do that without work necessarily getting in the way. I don't know why I want to say that. We also have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about listening. It's about energy. It's about travel. It's about having everything you need to do your job. As a matter of fact, Billy, I'm thinking around the end of January, there might be a job offer, because this is the Wheel of Fortune. So it would be something to consider. Things are moving in a really good direction for you, Billy. Robert.
Okay, Billy, the first one I have for you is the Eight of Spells. We've got the Owl card again. So this is again about messages, information coming your way hot and furious. When it comes, enjoy it. This is the card, the Nine of Visions. So if you look, it looks sort of like someone's tossing a coin into a well. That's exactly what it is. Dream big, make those wishes. It'll come true. You just got to focus and let the spirits do what they need to do. And the last one is the Four of Challenges. So if you look around it, you see the prickly bushes all the way around. It's cold, it's icy. You're done with all of that. You're ready. There's the fruit tree, so whatever's coming your way is going to be good. If it's the new job, it's going to have some prosperity to it. So
Good, because it's about time for Billy and his family. They had lots of good stuff happening. Not that good stuff doesn't happen all the time, but particularly job-wise.
nice.
So I hope, Billy, that makes sense and gives you a little upliftment. Who's next?
Roberto.
Roberto, Lucy's significant other, who is also a very nice person. We have for you the World card. The World card is about moving to that next level, stepping it up, and taking charge, stepping it up, and transforming your life yourself. Then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is about, you've got a lot of creativity in you. You've got a lot of authority. Stand in that authority so that you can step up your life. Oh, good, Billy. And then we have for you the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about teaching and learning, knowing that we have lots to offer, we have lots to teach, we also have lots to learn. But particularly, hey, Kitu, particularly, Roberto, I think you could do some teaching, even if it's just with like the local kids club, if that makes sense. You have a lot to offer some of the kids in the neighborhood. Go ahead.
Okay. So your first card is the Two of Visions. If you look at it, sort of an older lady, a younger lady. You've pretty much come to reckon with yourself. Whatever was going on, you've made pretty much a decision, or you're going to make the decision really soon. So this is sort of coming into balance and understanding amongst yourself, not with anybody else, is what you need to do. The second card is the Seven of Visions. If you look at it, it looks like a pot with a whole bunch of stuff in it. That's exactly what it is. Whatever you're on the fence about, you need to focus. Pick one. Don't go around stirring and playing with a million ideas. Pick one or two and actually run with those. And when you run with those, remember that it sort of takes a village. Again, if you look at it, it's got the crow, the old lady, and the lady in the back. Everybody's doing a very specific part, but together they make something out of it. So don't think your part isn't very big. In the bigger picture, whatever is about to come your way, you have a little part, but it's for a greater good. So, okay.
Yes, Bertie. Bertie would like to know if she should be aware of a male or female. Remember the person you said was not a good person?
Oh, yes. Kaci says a female, and the reason I'm pulling you into this is because you're good at that. She and I work good together off things. When we make things, half the time it's half me, half her. And Kaci's sitting there going, it's female. So there you go. It's female. I trust her when she's only 17, but she's got a heck of a sight in her. So
Yes, she does. She just doesn't want to use it just yet. Kitty, did you want a reading? Because have we reached the end of our list for readings? Okay.
There was one.
There was one?
Scroll back. Lucy had someone. He was driving.
Yes,
that
we
was-
did him. That was
okay,
Ricardo.
okay.
Yeah, I got him.
That was Ricardo. So yeah, we did do him.
Roberto.
Roberto.
Lucy and Ricardo. You know where you were going with that? I love Lucy with Ricky Ricardo. That's where you were going with that.
My mother forever would get people's names wrong, and I would just get so mad at her. Why can't you remember someone's name? Hello, I'm 63 years old and I can't remember the person sitting next to me. So
All the time.
Stacy.
She signed one. I have one of her tarot books up
Oh.
there, and she actually signed
Oh.
it to Stacy. So
Lucy, that is interesting that Ricardo is the brother that passed away. And I said Ricardo.
yes, you
I
did. Maybe that's.
Maybe Ricardo is here. We'll see when we get there, Lucy. So, if we missed anybody for readings, let me know. Now's the time. It's not because we don't like you. It's because we just missed it. We can't. It takes 3 of us to do this. So,
It does.
it really does. And so, nobody's saying anything yet that we missed them. So, we're going to move on to the loved ones on the other side. Who was first on the list for loved ones on the other side?
All right. Mary Pat asked if there was anyone for her.
You know, I never thought. Hold on just one moment. Tristan, can you turn the music off? YouTube shut me down last week because of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I? Yes, Mary Pat, we did. So you'll have to go back towards the beginning. Anyway. What was that again? What am I doing?
Oh, you're doing the spirits.
For
Mary Pat.
For Mary Pat.
For anyone.
Or anyone. Is there anyone here available for Mary Pat? I'm getting the carpenter. Hi, Tina. I'm getting the carpenter in the family. If I remember rightly, that was your dad used to build kitchen cabinets. And so I'm seeing the carpenter person. So it probably means your dad is hanging out. It's the right time of year for it. So
I can put Tina down for reading real quick if you want me to.
oh, yes, Tina, no, you're not too late. She's going to put you down on the list. We will get to it as we do. We will get to it. We will get to it as we get to it. As we do.
Yeah.
Are either one of you getting anything for Mary Pat? Okay. Well, being the holidays, your father is probably hanging around to say that he loves you and that he is there with you.
I'm just seeing a lot of yellow.
A lot of yellow. Would that make sense, Mary Pat? A lot of yellow?
Well, yellow is like unconditional love, friendship, very yellow.
No. Well, for you it might be. So let me take that back. For you it might be. But in general, unconditional love is pink. In general, yellow is things of the mind, mental clarity, thinking, would be
Thinking yellow rose. That's what it popped into my
yellow
head.
rose. Okay.
So
Yellow dress, yellow clothes, it's something yellow and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
She said her mom, Mary Ellen.
Did you get John down for someone on that? Okay, good. We got you, John. So would the yellow, Mary Pat, would the yellow pertain to your mom?
In the way of like clothing.
Does that make sense? Because it doesn't to me, but then again, it's not my relative, so. That's all I'm getting, Mary Pat. So I hope that means something for you. Who is next?
Birdie for anyone.
Anyone for? Okay, the man that likes to lay around on the recliner and eat ham. I think he's come in before for holidays and stuff, Birdie. He's just hanging out in front of the TV. But at least now you don't have to actually serve him, so that may or may not make sense. Which just means lots of family are around. Oh, okay. A yellow rose. Did you say that?
mm-hmm.
Would be her, Mary Pat's husband. Yeah. So he's apparently come back too to say hello, and he still misses you. What? Yeah, that's how this works.
It was like there's a yellow. I was like, okay, a yellow.
That's
rose.
how this
So
works.
it was like being given a yellow rose.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so a little teaching going on here. What would that mean to you if you saw a yellow rose and then she made that comment about, say, yellow rose would be by deceased husband or my deceased husband? What is her husband trying to say?
I'm here, friendship. I'm bringing you a rose. Something more.
I want to tell you something.
More than just love. Usually, if somebody gives you a yellow rose, yellow being more
Friendly.
friendship. When someone gives you yellow, white roses are for purity, red is for love. This was like friendship. I'm here for you. Above and beyond just love, more soul connect. The friendship.
So apparently your husband is back to make a appearance for your birthday. Congratulations. Who was next?
Birdie for anyone.
Birdie for any. Oh, we did Birdie.
Oh, okay.
I said it was the dude sitting
She
in
also
the.
wanted to talk about chakra.
Yes. Oh.
That's why I kept.
Okay. All right. Fine. While we're here, we'll go ahead and do what chakras are. Chakras are the energy centers in your body. There are 7 major, 12 minor, and 250,000 others. And basically, when you do Reiki or you do energy healing, the chakras in your palms is where the energy comes from for the healing. The chakra on the top of the head is for your connection with spirit and your higher self. Something just came in the door.
Yeah, it's been something that's walking around the door for a long time.
No, it actually came in.
It finally came in.
And this chakra here is your third eye, where we have that psychic vision or that intuition. And we have the throat, which is, hey, Roberto. Then we have the throat, which is communication, the heart, which is love, and on and on and on. So when we're talking about this chakra being open, that means you are much more aware of spirit. We did, Roberto. Lucy said to give you one, and we did already.
All right.
So does that make sense, Bertie, that about the energy centers and the specific things that they do? Because you have them behind your ears too, for when you're clairaudient and you hear voices and stuff like that. So didn't know that one, did you?
I did.
You did.
Also,
Good.
I can't remember that Claire, when you could
Clairgustance.
when you can smell.
Smell
so
and taste.
ironically, in real life, I can't really smell anything. Ask anybody in the family. When I was little, I had my nose cauterized many times on the inside because it bled too much. So if I smell something, it catches my attention.
It's from the spirit world, probably, when you
Very
do.
much so.
Yeah.
And so I've learned to pick up certain smells mean certain people that have passed in my family. So each chakra has a different.
Brady brought a name.
Bertie brought a name.
Jane.
Jane Seacrest.
Yes. 3/17/2017.
Jane, are you available for Bertie? Why all of a sudden am I coughing?
Because you're allergic to whatever came in the door. Or it's playing with you.
Is that it?
That's not it.
Somebody's trying to come through. Not happening. Are you getting anything for Jane or Sandra Seacrest? I think you call her Sandra, don't you? Or Jane, one of the two. Are you getting anything for Bertie?
All I'm seeing is a red sweater. A lady with a red sweater.
Yeah, I was about to say lady.
With a red sweater.
Long dark hair.
It's a very bright sweater. Like knitted. That's what came through first. Was a very beautiful but bright red sweater. Is that somebody that you know?
I used to get a lady in a yellow sweater from
That's
her.
right, yes.
So it's like,
Maybe she's
she
been
changed
to holidays.
colors. She's dressing for the holidays, yes.
Oh yeah, what did Jane die of? Mary Pat, have a good one.
No, it's gone now. So, which is good. Sometimes I just get a tickle. Sometimes I get postnasal drip. Sometimes it is the message. This time I think it was somebody was trying to speak. And I'm not willing to do that just yet. She was murdered. Oh, was she strangled, Bertie? Because that's kind of what I was getting at that moment. I'm very much a physical medium.
Mm-hmm.
I
noticed. I know.
It's a pain in the ass. So who was that? So Bertie, if you could, Jane. Okay, so if you could confirm how she was murdered, I would appreciate it. There's a lot of murders in that little town of 10,000 people. It's like, dang. Not saying anything about anyone or anything, just, so who was after Bertie?
After Bertie was Christine for Walt, her dad.
Is Walt available for Christine? I'm getting no, he's not.
You're going to think I'm crazy.
No, yes, we do, but that's not. Go ahead. That's why you're here.
I heard I gotta pee. It's like he left. Sorry, Christy, I told you. You thought I was... Sorry,
Well-
Christine. That's exactly what I was like.
So he got tired of waiting and went to the bathroom, did he?
Sorry,
The strangest things did, well, they may not make sense to us, may make sense
I
to,
was thinking shot
you were thinking shot? What?
for Jane.
Well, that explains why I was coughing. So apparently, yes, Jane did come through, and right now she's wearing a red sweater. Wow. Okay, I'm really sorry to hear about that. So yes, she's here.
She didn't mean to do
No, I know that.
Yeah, she
I know
didn't.
that.
She just-
You can speak up, sweetheart.
We can hear you, just can't see you.
Kaci said that Jane didn't mean to do this to me, but it's a way of identifying who they are and that I'm on the right track and that she is here with you. And she's probably wearing a red sweater.
Out of everything I could have picked up on, there you go.
Well, it doesn't matter what it is an identifier.
Yes.
And it can be odd and obviously, that would also be a way if my mom came through, she'd say every 20 minutes. Okay. When mom gets out of the bathroom, I'm sorry. I just think that's funny as hell.
That's why I went like this. I was like, oh man, this is
No, it's okay because Spirit communicates with us in a. Oh, hey, Angie, welcome back. Spirit communicates with us in sometimes a very humorous way that makes us, because it raises the energy when we laugh, and so it was the one thing your father knew that you could identify, that you would know him by. So
And I had no
he's
clue.
here. I had no clue either. So she showed up. Walt showed up. So there you go, Christine. Who was next?
All right, Christine's brother, Dennis.
Dennis. Dennis is okay. Dennis is livelier than I've ever seen him. He's like happier now, and I think it was when he apologized to you the other week. It was something he needed to get off his chest, and I think that he's not out of the woods. Oh, hey, Richard. He's not out of the woods, but he is happier, and he's lively, and he's healing, and he's gone to, like, I want to say halfway house. I know you do, and he knows that too. That's why he's letting you know about his progress. Good. And it seems like he was just in the emergency room the other day, but time on the other side isn't the same as time that we know it here. Years can pass in a matter of minutes. So, either way. I hope that brings you some comfort, Christine. Who is next?
Angie. For
Angie.
her dad.
Angie.
Or anyone.
Okay. Okay. Angie's dad.
She just said dad.
That's
so.
fine. That's fine. Is Angie's dad available? What I heard was I never left.
heard I'm here, and I swear the word was baby, but not like, I heard I'm here, baby, but not like a husband would say to a wife.
It was like what a
Yeah, like
dad
a
would
dad
say,
would say
to,
to
like,
a fa-
to their,
yeah, like-
to their little child.
I'm here, baby. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
come sit on my knee. I'm here.
Like a scared child, like a dad would say to
Yeah.
their scared child.
So yeah, your dad's here, and he's letting us know that he is with you. He wants us to let you know that he is with you and that he's never left you. So he went from this side to being like the family guardian on the other side. And he's trying to help you through those rough spots. You're welcome, whatever. That was Christine texting me. So yeah. So I tell you what, Angie, when you have Christmas dinner tomorrow, put out a small little plate for him with some food on it. Cookies. And just say,
Cookies and beer.
Cookies and beer.
Coming from the 17.
Well, you hear what you hear, you know.
Yeah.
So go ahead and set that out for him and say, it's something, however you would address him, like, Dad, thank you for being here. This is for you. Thank you for still being in my life. Thank you for all you do for the family. And just acknowledge him a little bit. I hope that makes sense, Angie. Next.
Next is John Paul for anyone.
Yes, John Paul. Richard Lucas. Did you get him? Yes, John Paul. Your grandfather, if I remember rightly, your grandfather has passed. Am I correct? Because I'm getting a grandfather type energy. I forgot to turn my notifications off, guys. Sorry, that's why it keeps going ta-da! Sorry.
Did he have headaches or did he have a stroke? I've got a pain in my head right here.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah.
Same side too. Right?
Yeah, okay.
Did he fall and hit his head at some?
What happened to his head here? We're both getting that. No? You're saying no? You're not getting anything, or you're telling us we're wrong?
I'm not getting anything.
So it almost feels like a stroke or an aneurysm or something like that, John?
She said yes. He said yes.
And so, John, don't be surprised if you see him in a new family member. Yes, I do. Yes, or all of us do. Okay. And he's returning to the family fairly quickly, but there's a new baby in the process. Now, whether it's you or your sister, I don't know, or a cousin, but you will in the next few years be able to recognize, my grandfather used to do that. My grandfather used to say that. And so you'll know that he has returned. He's looking for a new family member. And that's not to say he's taking over, but he will be coming in as that new family member.
Is his grandma dead?
I believe so.
Okay.
I used to work with John for a little while. He was an intern at the Rape Crisis Center. So what about his grandmother? You started it. Kaci has something for you. We got you, Roberta. What about John's grandmother?
His grandma's around.
His grandma's around?
She's concerned.
About what? What is she concerned about?
All I got is I'm worried. I'm watching, I'm worried.
Is there
Be careful. It's just she's trying to warn. Something's take it slow, don't rush in. Something's
Hey, Ross. Oh, sorry. Okay, so what would that be? A little bit more. I'm hoping, John, you can hear her. So your grandmother's around. She's wanting to warn you about what, Kaci?
overthinking things.
Overthinking things.
And underthinking things. She wants him to take his time, but at the same time, don't take too much time. Don't think too much into it, but do not jump head first.
That makes sense.
He needs to watch out. Just watch.
Is anybody else sensing a new baby for them?
I'm not getting anything.
Okay, so maybe it's a cousin. Or something along those lines. Or your sister.
It might be his sister.
There's definitely a new baby coming somewhere in the family. So, there you have it, John. I hope all that makes sense. I don't normally make predictions like that, but it was very clear to me. Okay, so who was next?
All right, after John is Lucy.
Lucy. Is there any what? Well,
For Irene, Irma, Irene Sotelo Bernard, 11-20.
You're welcome, John. The first name was what?
Irma, I think.
Lucy, could you verify the name of the person that you wanted to hear from, please?
Irma, Irene.
Irma. Irene. Irma Irene.
That's your first name.
Irma. Passed in 2020. Oh, recently too. Is Irma around? I'm hearing no, she's not here. From what I can tell, huh? Speak up.
Did she like kids? Like really like the younger kids? Grandkids, nieces, nephews? Was she fond of them? Because she's watching over them. Little children.
Does that make sense, Lucy, that she would be watching over the younger kids in the family?
Yeah.
Okay,
She said
cool.
yes. Tell you what, when we do this, Kaci and I should switch midstream. I'm great with the cards. I do pick up on stuff, but she and I should switch midstream next week when we
She
do
hears-
this.
Well, how about we just all three get here, and Tristan is our secretary next week.
She's over your grandkids. Especially the youngest boy.
Can you hear her, Lucy?
I'm like right here.
I know you're right here, but I want to make sure. Are you okay?
Go over there.
Tristan. Joy guides are back. Tristan got bored and he went and sat in the recliner with some animals who apparently just farted on him. Sorry.
Welcome to my
Welcome
world.
back. No, I could smell her. Okay. What does that mean? You could you like her perfume, or would you associate a particular flower with her, kind of thing, or did she cook a lot? Oh, okay, got it. Very nice.
You can be heard very well, Kaci. So Jessica says.
Okay.
Well,
Like, well, you were talking about, for me, I know when certain people are around by a specific smell. My aunt-in-law, Cheryl, I never smelled cinnamon at her house, but when she's around, I smell cinnamon.
okay. I've never smelled my mom. It would probably freak me out. Although I did go to the Avon store and I sniffed the one she liked, and I'm like, no,
Not it.
I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
she didn't come back that way. Yes, I know, we're hilarious. Her perfume. All right, thank you, Lucy. Does she have a message specifically for Lucy?
No.
Or just say, here I am around the kids watching out?
She's around the kids, just watching out.
Okay,
She's just wandering, chilling.
cool. She's wandering and chilling.
She's babysitting.
Speaking, she's back.
Well,
Well, yeah, actually.
yeah.
Dogs babysit. Why not spirits on the other side?